everyone. It's great to be back. I'm super jazzed. Let's get started. Mark chapter 9, verses 30 through 37. Jesus and his disciples left from there and began a journey through Galilee, but he did not wish anyone to know about it. He was teaching his disciples and telling them, "The Son of Man is to be handed over to men, and they will kill him. And 3 days after his death, the Son of Man will rise." But they did not understand the saying, and they were all afraid to question him. They came to Capernaum, and once inside the house, he began to ask them, "What were you arguing about along the way?" But they remained silent. They had been discussing among themselves on the way who was the greatest. Then he sat down, called the 12, and said to them, "If anyone wishes to be first, he shall be the last of all and the servant of all." Taking a child, he placed it in their midst, and putting his arms around it, he said to them, "Whoever receives one child such as this in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives not me, but the one who sent me." The word of the Lord. I'm telling you, I totally get this gospel. We, in our human nature, have this pride factor. We have this ego that's built into our personalities and our psyche. The culture tells us that to be happy, to be looked upon with great favor by others is to be in prestigious, high-ranking positions. That is powerful and prideful, and that is where it's at. Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been there. I've been in those executive boardrooms. I've thought that I was all that in a bag of chips, and I'm not. The more and more I build a relationship with God, the more I realize I don't have a clue. I need to be a child. I need to every day ask him to grab my teeny tiny little hand and help me live this life the way that he wants me to live it. Because, quite frankly, I'm pretty clueless. And in addition, my pride and my ego have been put in its place. This ministry that I'm doing is humbling, to say the least. But all I know is if I keep grabbing God's hand like a little child and asking for him to lead me without making this about me, and about God and sharing his love and his forgiveness with everyone, he's going to lead me pretty well. So far, so good. My prayer life has changed dramatically over the 5 years when I found my faith. I now love silence and resting in him and hearing what he wants me to do. And it's not every day that I wake up fully ready for prayer. There are days when I am really not in it to win it, let's just say. And those are the days that I struggle the most because I don't have him the center of my life. So when Jesus says to the disciples, "If you want to be the greatest, you're going to be the least." Jesus didn't come down here, as if you haven't noticed over the past few Gospels, he keeps telling people, don't tell anybody. Don't share what I'm doing. Keep it on the down low. Because that's not what he's here for. He's not here to be bragging and "I am God, watch me do all these things." He really is here to serve those unfortunate, to reach out to the Gentiles and show them love and healing. And us, we are the Gentiles. So this week, put your pride aside. Put your ego aside. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, because everyone's struggling with something, Go to God like a child and ask for help. I don't know why we wouldn't all go to the being who created us exactly the way we are, who knows exactly what we're put on this earth for. Yet we don't listen. We ignore all the signs of God in our life all day long. That's probably one of the most incredible things that has changed for me, is seeing the Holy Spirit in action throughout the day. Really listening, really feeling where God is in action all day long. He's there. So this week, ask Him like a child to lead the way. Be the follower. Be the least of the others that are trying to be the greatest. And see what He does for you. All right. It's an interesting week. Really, try it. I'm not kidding. And I want to hear about it and where and how you see God in action. Give Him the struggles. Ask Him for guidance. Okay, that's it. It's a short one. I'll see you next week. Have a blessed and inspired day. Take care.